Hi, Seven Spirits here. I'm going to take you through my opening plan for PBEM43. This is the sandbox, and let's queue up the text I'm going to research. I'm going to get agriculture, animal husbandry, bronze working, wheel, and pottery. That's my initial plan here. And I might change that, but this seems pretty good to me so far. As for what I'm building, I'm going to build a worker, 2 warriors, another worker, and a settler. And the basic plan is to grow to size 5 on the 2 warriors, and then spit out a worker and a settler pretty quickly thereafter, and see where we want to settle, having revealed all strategic resources. So let's get started. And I'm just going to fortify the scout, since obviously we're not getting any new scouting information from it anyway, because it's just a sandbox. Borders pop, and now we can work the oasis. I set it on governor so it would do that automatically. This is one of the reasons I picked financial, is because working the oasis right away is pretty strong. And working it as a financial player, you're getting 1 extra commerce pretty much the whole time. I'm planning to work it for the foreseeable future, and only with a couple turns break while I'm working the improved wheat farm. Let me turn on resources for you guys. Alright, so the first worker's out, and there's no benefits from him being fast yet, but pretty soon you'll see that the fact that he's a fast worker, not just a normal worker, is going to come in quite handy and save us a few turns right at the beginning. So now he's ready to go pasture the sheep here. He can't move there and start pasturing the same turn, so I'm just going to put a turn into a mine. And a normal worker would be able to do the same thing, except we'd be down a turn on the mine. So I'm going to go here, pasture this, then go back there, and mine. Again, I'm just going to fortify the units because not getting any real information from them. We're going to keep growing. And unfortunately, we only get the sheep improved at the time when we reach size 3, but that's not the end of the world because we're working this oasis the whole time. So even though we're now 1 food short of growing a size, which is irritating, it's not the end of the world. And right now the governor is wrong, because it thinks we should stop growing now, but actually we should keep growing. And if I'm in this configuration, you can see bronze working isn't going to finish. If it's in this configuration, it will. So let's go with that configuration. The warrior's finishing either way. It only needs 2 hammers, and we're getting 3. Alright, now we're size 5. That's at our happy cap. And so at this point I'm going to start building another worker. And I'm going to accelerate things by going and chopping this forest here. So as you can see, so far we've saved 3 turns by having the fast worker, twice from moving onto this hill, and once from moving onto that forest. Now, the chopping is not going to speed up the worker, but it will speed up the settler that we're doing immediately afterwards. Alright, so as you can see we have a settler due in 4 turns, and that's about as far as I've thought about this yet. Probably the next tech is going to be pottery, although I could consider starting on polytheism and planning to found it in my second city. The fact that 2 players, Novice and Serdoa, have several turns head start on me makes me think that I don't have the best chance of getting one of the first religions, because both of them are actually spiritual, and so they're actually going to want to get Hinduism founded, because organized religion is going to be a great early thing for them to shoot for. And they both have several turns head start on me, so that does not seem that likely to work. probably I'm just going to research pottery at this point. And pottery in combination with bronze working is fantastic, and when you get granaries, and plus pottery lets me get cottages, and I'm financial. Probably I'm going to chop another forest into this settler, get it done in 3 turns, and since I have two workers, the other one can start roading towards where I'm going to want to have the city, wherever it may be. Probably in some sort of west, northeast direction and not south, because while this information isn't perfect, I can see that there's tundra over here, and there's ice over here, and there's jungle over here, which is all very inhospitable early in the game. Alright, well, so that's my micro plan for the early game. Just grow to size 5, and then pump out some stuff. The reason for this, I will mention, is because I actually have 5 good tiles to work, growing at full speed. I'm only growing onto strong tiles. If I were not India, then I don't believe I'd be able to finish the mine on time to be working in improved tiles the whole time. And if I were not financial, then this cottage over here would be pretty lame. It's a hamlet, but whatever, you know what I mean. So the particular circumstances of my Civ and leader are making it so that this seems like a good idea. Now, as I mentioned earlier, a couple turns ago, I was like 1 food short of growing a size a turn faster. And one thing I could do in that case is to spend 2 turns near the beginning stagnating on a worker and only start growing after that. If I did that, then the sheep pasture would actually be done in time that I'd be able to use it at size 2 to grow to size 3. A turn quicker, but 2 turns delayed because of the whole not growing for 2 turns, building a worker thing. So there are trade-offs there, and I'm thinking that since I get to size 5 at exact food, and I'm working improved tiles the whole way, I think that's just the best path. And yeah, it's also quite flexible in how it reacts to the map that I reveal, because I'll be getting animal husbandry and bronze working before needing to decide where to put my second city. And in addition, it spits out 2 warriors fairly quickly. And the fact that it produces those 2 warriors is also going to help my scouting. I'm going to want 1 warrior to guard the city, obviously, but the other one can go around. It can pillage some improvements in neutral territory, perhaps, to get some gold, and I'll get lots of good scouting information that will let me decide where to place my cities. So that's what I'm thinking. Thanks for watching. Bye.